What's up? Hey, keep it going for all the comedians you've seen so far. Let them hear it. How we doing? Wow. Wow, this is intimate. Look at this. This is right up close. I like this, man. I don't know how to follow Ron. That was... kind of took me on a journey there. I was out here writing jokes, and now I'm thinking about my life, you know. I'm like, I should text her back, you know. That fucked me up, man. Oh, jeez. I like how they put that before me, didn't tell me. They're like, yeah, you'll work with it, you know, you'll deal with it. So I just got here. I heard is there a bachelorette party?
Yeah, right here, but the bride is gone.
But the bride left.
Yeah, so taking care of herself.
She's taking care of herself. It sounds like she just went to go kill herself, but that's... She's like, I want out of this relationship. Okay, cool. Oh, is that... Well, very cool, okay. I'm actually kind of glad she's gone, because that would have been a problem. But I'm happy to be here, man. I took an Uber here. Ubers have gotten way too cocky. Do you remember the app first came out? They'd wait for you for 45 minutes while you closed out your tab. They'd take you through a drive-thru, fully blacked out. They'd try to sell you weed. You know, it was a top-tier service. They'd also do that thing where as soon as you got in the Uber, the guy would immediately explain why he's driving Uber. He's like, it's not my full-time thing. No, just got caught up in crypto, but I'll be back. Now you get in, they're like, listen, this is all I do, I've given up. I don't take requests, I follow the GPS, you don't give me 5 stars, I'll kill your whole family. That's... They're also way too in your business, right? That's why I miss cab drivers. Cab drivers be doing their own thing in the front, right? Every cab driver would be making a phone call to a third world country. All right, they got their own drama going on, okay? Just whispering in another language up front, like a big bit about. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing up there. Just don't cast a spell on me. We're good, okay? But so this is why I found this out the hard way. They're way in your business because I only do stand-up. This is all I do. And recently, I started to get into acting. People keep telling me to do it. And I hate acting because it's the opposite of stand-up. It's someone else's words, right? But I was like, I need to take my career to the next level. I can't keep doing shows in whatever sex lounge this is. You know, And this Dollar Shave Club ad could be my ticket out. You know, this could be it. The problem is I blew off the audition, so I forgot to do it. I have like 20 minutes left to submit the tape for the audition, and I'm in an Uber going to the airport, and I got to do it in the Uber. It means the driver's now involved in this, okay? So I'm in the back seat. I'm trying to do the thing. I'm like, hey, this is Vik. I fucked up the first take. Hey, this is Vik. On the third take, the driver turns around. He goes, you need to have confidence. I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Adil. I have confidence. This is... humiliating, okay? Traveling and just is so hard now. It used to be so much easier, right? Like even flying. You ever sit in the exit row on a plane? They give you that big speech, right? They're like, are you prepared to assist in the event of an emergency? And we all just lie. Like, yeah, I got it. I can handle it. Yeah, report for duty. I'm ready to go, you know? You're about to order 5 vodka sodas. You don't have shit, okay? Also, if there was a real emergency on a plane, none of us are helping anybody. We're not qualified to deal with that type of pressure in a real situation. I'm pushing kids out the way. I'm grabbing old people like, move, I got my whole life ahead of me. You know, I don't care. There's no rules in the sky. I was actually part of my first medical emergency where they actually make the announcement. And we're about to take off from this flight. They come on the speaker. They're like, are there any doctors on board, any nurses on board? We have a medical emergency. Then they pause, and they were like, even EMTs, which felt dismissive. I was like, it's not the time to throw shade, all right? We're in an emergency situation. So nobody got up. And then the guy next to me, he goes, I was like, we're in fucking coach. You think I'm a doctor? What are you talking about? I'm a joke Indian, not a medical Indian. Very different tax bracket, okay? Luckily, there was a nurse on the flight. She got up. She went to handle the situation. Someone had fallen in the first class cabin. And I should mention at this point in the story, I was first on the upgrade list. So someone had fallen. They were okay. They just needed to be taken off the plane. So the nurse handled it. She did a great job. And now there's a first class seat open. And I was like, how long do I wait? Before I let them know, that's my fucking seat, you know? They gave it to the nurse because she's a hero or whatever, and you become real classist on a plane, don't you? I feel like airport in general, I become extremely classist. For me, it begins at the security line because I have TSA pre-check. So as soon as I see people taking their shoes off, I'm like, oh, you probably don't get out much, you know? Then when I get to the gate, I have a United credit card, so I get boarding group 2 just automatically. And my favorite thing to do is walk up to people in line and ask them what boarding group they are. I'm like, what's that? 6? Yeah, I could tell. Should have a seat. It's going to be a while for you. You know? And then when I'm on the flight itself, people are walking by me, and I just look at the overhead bin. I'm like, yeah, it's closed. It means they're all full. Probably going to have to check your bag. And this airline has a history of losing luggage. So good luck, you know. I don't know why we act like being better than others isn't the greatest thing in the world. I don't know. That's the entire foundation of capitalism. That's this country, you know. Like, sure, equality and fairness is right, but that sounds un-American, if you ask me. Long story short, I made that nurse get up. Yeah, that's goddamn patriot. That's why. No, I do try to help people. I believe in fairness. I believe in helping others. Sometimes you try to help people, it backfires though. Like I was at Walgreens shopping for groceries. Yeah. I'm a man who lives alone. That's where we shop, okay? They need a store for men who live by themselves. Like the opposite of Costco. Instead of shopping in bulk, you can shop in sulk. It'll be nice, you know? And there was a homeless man in front of me, and I knew he was homeless because it was a white guy with dreads. My least favorite white. But I was like, you know what? This guy's clearly down in his luck. I'm going to do something nice. I'm going to buy whatever's in his cart, right? So he steps to the side. I see in his cart, all he has is Doritos, Chips Ahoy, and a fifth of vodka. I look down at my cart. I had the same 3 items. Yeah, shit was embarrassing. People at the store were like looking at me. I was like, no, I'm not homeless. I'm a comedian. I'm helping him out. And then they all pitched in, bought my items. So, wondering how it's going. It's not great. I know, but I mean, yeah, the traveling is brutal. For this job, we have to go. I'm pretty much traveling every week. And sometimes the club will book a hotel for you. And you can tell the hotel, any hotel isn't great, by how small the toiletries are. I was staying in one that was so bad last week. Everything was like single use. It was like 1 pump of conditioner, 1 pump of lotion. Because management knows if you're staying here, you're either on the run or having an affair. Okay, there's no reason to be here for more than 45 minutes, right? But I was there for shows, so I get to the hotel, I use all the stuff, I go do shows, I come back late at night, and before I go to my room, I was like, oh, I should go get some more toiletries the next day. So I walk up to the front desk, it's like 11:30 p.m. at night, and I'm about to ask for lotion. And I was like, this is not a good look. Can't ask for lotion 11:30 p.m. Seems sad, you know? But then I was like, no, this is stupid. I'm a grown-ass man. I can be honest what I need it for. So I looked at the lady. I was like, excuse me, ma'am. Could I please get some lotion? I just like to moisturize before bed. She looked horrified. And then I got upset. I was like, you know what? Give me 2 bottles. I'm about to jerk off after this. How about that? So you want to hear? You did this to us, okay? I wasn't going to do it. Now guess what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to think of you when I do it. How about that? Yeah. So when you feel a shiver in 3 to 5 minutes, that means I came. That's what that means. Yeah. So yeah, I got banned from Courtyard Marriott. No, but I'm very grateful to be doing stand-up full-time because I was thinking about it. My first ever job, I was reflecting on all the jobs I've had. My first job ever, I used to work at Sears. And yeah, I see some younger people in here. Sears was an appliance store that sold Dockers. Dockers are cardboard dress pants that only dads are legally allowed to wear. I don't make the rules. That's how it works. Can't imagine why that store went out of business. Who walks in to buy a fridge and is like, you know what'll go great with this? Some ill-fitting khakis. That's also what I need. Sears was doing so poorly as a company, even then, like 20 years ago. They couldn't afford a name tag for me when I started. So they just slapped my name over somebody else's that said Hablo Español on it. And I do not speak Spanish. And I feel like I perpetuated racism towards Hispanic people in that job. Because whenever I got a customer I didn't want to deal with, I acted like I only spoke Spanish. And naturally, people got upset. One guy was like, why do you work here? You can't speak the goddamn language. I was like, no sé, lo siento. One time, a Hispanic man came up to me, started speaking Spanish. And I was like, hey, sir, you really shouldn't be here if you can't speak the language. You know, you gotta get out. But years later, I reflected on this, and I felt really bad. I really felt bad about the whole thing, especially when they were trying to build a wall. I was like, this is my fault. I led to this, you know? But then I went through a very bad breakup with a Mexican girl, and I was like, maybe this wall isn't such a bad idea. You know, let's see what it's all about, you know? Got to protect our borders, what we have to do. Everyone's like, they're taking our jobs. What about our hearts? What about those? That's not a joke. It's something personal I'm working through, but doing fine. I know you guys you're in like a pretty cool area of Chicago. This is Wicker Park. There's a lot of cool bars here. I was here last night, and I was at a bar. I walked up to the bar, and right next to the door, there was a man with a fanny pack, and he stopped me. He goes, let me see your ID. I was like, who are you? He goes, I'm the bouncer. And look, I don't know what the official bouncer uniform is, but I feel like a fanny pack is not it. Okay, that's because if I was to get in a fight in that bar and this guy ran up to intervene, I'd punch him too on principle. You know, that's. So I was like, "What's in the fanny pack? Your dick?" I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. Yeah. No, I did not. He was Asian. I didn't know what he was capable of. I know it sounds fucked up to assume all Asian people know karate, but it's not racist because I also assume any white man under 5'5" also knows karate. That's an oppressed demographic, and they're heavy into Joe Rogan. Okay, you gotta. Last week I had a short friend of mine. He goes, "Hey man, you want to go roll?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not doing Molly. It's Tuesday." He's like, "No, it's jujitsu." I'm like, "Let's just do Molly." I'm 33. I'm not adding violent hobbies at this stage in my life, okay? I just downloaded a meditation app. I'm not in the right headspace, okay? This is a different different phase of my life. It is weird. The 30s is a different age, right? Like, I'm at the age now where eating a Nature Valley bar without water could end my life. Does that make sense? Those should come with the warning label, right? Like, hey, if you're over 30, don't do this alone. You can't swallow like you used to, big dog. Take a second, all right? They get stuck in your throat in such a specific way, don't they? Doesn't matter if you're younger. You're taking anything in your throat when you're younger, you know? Tide Pods, Four Loko, your uncle, whatever. You know, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, shut up, all right? End of the fucking show. Nature Valley Bar feels like the final boss, right? The older you get, the more rules you create around food that don't make any sense. They're just specific to you. It's like, nah, can't do dairy after 6. Well, last time I did that, got COVID. It's like, what? What are you talking about? That's not a real thing, you know? That's the thing. You got to be careful too. Like, that's why the only thing I do don't do any hard drugs. I only drink because drinking, the consequences align, right? You drink too much, what happens? Your body, you pass out. There's a fail-safe. The next day you're hungover. Your body punishes you. You do too much meth, you can lift a car. All right, that's pretty fun, you know? I can't be trusted with that type of power. Because you never use the power for good on hard drugs, right? Like, a few days ago, I saw a man running down Lakeshore Drive with an ATM strapped to his back. I was like, that is crack power. That is what that is. That is crack man. I don't know if you've heard of him. Yeah. I don't know if they asked this question already. Clap if there's any couples in the room. If you're in a relationship here, clap. Okay. Relationship folks. You guys clapped each other. That was very cute. I like that. Clap if you're single. Let's hear it for the single people. Someone back there clapped twice. But I'm in a relationship. The thing we fight about, let me ask, you guys have been together for a little bit? Okay, do you get mad? Do you have a text back time that you like? Like if you text him, how long would you say he has before he should reply, before you get upset?
6 hours.
6 hours? That's, everyone's like very impressed with that. Yeah, where if I don't see the bubbles typing immediately, I'll block your number. You understand? I'm insecure. What about you? You have it 6 hours as well? Oh, you changed it real quick, didn't you? Otherwise, yeah. You looked at her when she said 6, like, what the fuck, 6? You think it's a game? Okay, it's. No, that's good. That's crazy. 6 is crazy, man. But I get mad if it's a reasonable thing, right? I get mad if my girlfriend doesn't text me back. But I get more mad that she doesn't care that I don't. Like, I'll go hours without responding, no check-in, nothing. That's more insulting to me, because that means she thinks I'm not a threat. Yeah, I even try to make her jealous. I'm like, hey, big show tonight, Den Theater. You know how it is over there? Lot of hoes. You know, I try to say something, yeah. She doesn't care at all. She's like, hey, yeah, go do your little comedy show. I've seen your set. No one's going to talk to you. That's how she treats me. Disrespectful. That's the new thing she started too, is we don't really, that's like our big fight, but when we do argue, this new thing she started doing, she started to use therapy language on me in arguments. Like we were arguing the other day, she goes, I want you to know, while I disagree with you, I do hear you. Hear me? What kind of passive aggressive shit is this? And her complaint is, she goes, you never hear me. I'm like, yeah, if I heard you, I won't keep making the same mistakes. You're hearing me and fucking up. You're the problem here, okay? I'm barely present. I should be more wrong. So I started to use it on her. The other day we had sex, and afterwards she goes, hey, I didn't finish. I was like, listen, I hear you. Good night. You know, just I did that joke yesterday, and someone in the crowd yelled out, first world problems. I was like, yeah, I live here. All my problems are first world problems. If you live here and you have third world problems, you should be deported. You fucking suck. I don't know what to tell you, okay? You're a burden to society. You need to get out. No, I need to, but I'm very happy with my current situation, because she puts up with a lot of my shit, you know. And it's the best thing about being in a relationship is now I can finally be honest to other women in the world, you know. Because when you're single, you just allow shit. Like I heard a girl say this today: Australia is my favorite city. And single me would have been like, me too. That's crazy. Tell me more, you know. Well, my girlfriend is white, and I was, you know, we've been together for a little bit. I had to introduce her to my parents recently, and I was nervous as an immigrant, as an Indian. I was nervous to introduce a white partner to my Indian parents. I thought they might be upset, right? So I sit them down. This is a couple weeks ago. I sit them down, and I go, Mom, Dad, I need to tell you something. Girlfriend dating is a white woman. And they were quiet. And then they looked at each other, and I panicked. I tried to make it better. I was like, no, she's not like a typical white woman. She actually dated a black guy before me. And then my mom started crying, and which is crazy because that's the reaction I had when I found that out as well. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually the coolest thing about her. I'm very happy, you know. She doesn't have a lot of culture. Like I said, she's white, so it's exciting. You know, a lot of guys are like, I don't want to know my girl's sexual history. Meanwhile, on the first date, I pull out a globe. I'm like, tell me what countries have been inside you. let me know. I like a worldly woman. That's what I like. All right, that one needs some work. That's fair. Good feedback. Oh man, it is fun though. Like learning about that's why it's nice to be someone for a long time. You get to learn like almost too much about somebody. Like I recently learned, I think I'm too quiet in the bedroom, and it's not because I'm not confident. It's because I grew up in the '90s. We're a repressed demographic, Because if you grew up in the '90s, if you expressed any emotion, you got called gay. You just had to learn how to enjoy things without outwardly showing it at all. To this day, it's so ingrained in me, I can't even enjoy an ice cream in public. I'd love to lick a cone outside. I'd love that. I really think if I'm loud in the bedroom, a kid I haven't seen in 20 years is gonna burst in my room like, "Oh, you like that?" I'm like, "Hey, come on, man, stop! I don't even know this girl. She doesn't go to this school. Stop." But I found out with her, like my girlfriend does this thing where I don't know if anyone else experiences. It's like her dirty talk sounds like allegations. Especially if she has a few drinks, We were laying in bed the other night, and, she kind of was in that state where she was like about to fall asleep, but she was still kind of talking. And she was like, "You want to come over here, puncture my ass?" I was like, "Whoa, what? No, puncture? That's... First of all, that's giving me a lot of credit. That's... I've never punctured anything in my life. I'll prick you. I'll prick you good, but... You'll feel it, just not the next day. You'll feel it in the moment, though. You'll feel it for sure. All right, I have to leave. Let's see what the big crescendo is going to be. Let's see. Any requests? All right. Okay. So this is why I love comedy, by the way, because it's the last safe space in our society. I really feel that, I'm a very progressive guy, but sometimes, you get nervous. Like, you ever see a group of people and think to yourself, they're going to be into some causes. They're going to talk to me about an issue, Like, if I walk into a bar and I see more than 4 people with colored hair, I leave the bar. Because, again, I'm a very progressive guy, but when I drink, I say some wild shit. And I don't want to be held accountable for exactly what I say when I'm having fun drinking. I'm not ill-intentioned. I think pretty soon we're going to have soundproof booths all over the place where you can run in there, say some shit without any repercussions, right? You just go into one and you're like, "A lot of Mexican people are short." All right, well, woo, yeah, I'm good. We can get tacos. Sorry, I just needed a second. I just think we need safe spaces to be bad people. I think that's important. Like, I don't 100% agree morally with strip clubs, but I think they serve a purpose. There's guys who go to strip clubs every day. Where would those guys be if those didn't exist every day? They'd probably be in your bushes every day. You want that? No. Just loose, unaccounted for? No. Even stand-up comedy. Like, I need to do this. If I couldn't do this, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd probably be bullying your child online, Yeah. Very good at it, too. Very good. All right, that was my big ending joke. I think that's it. Do I have time for one more? Are we? Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. He was not about it. He was like... I know, I get it. I didn't realize it was 4,000 degrees in here, too. I feel bad. Okay, let's see if I have a quick one. You guys have been very fun. I want to try all these new jokes for you. I had something happen to me that I call it not racist but not great. Okay, I was at brunch and the server was listing off all the specials. She gets to one. She goes, "Oh, we have a Korean dish." And then she looks at me and she goes, "Very spicy." First of all, wrong Asian, okay? I think she saw me. She's like, same continent. They all love it, Now, the same day, I'm doing a private comedy show at an Applebee's. Because things are going well. And before the show started, I'm in the corner applying to jobs. And the chef comes up to me, which, by the way, I don't know if chef is the right term. at Applebee's. It seems a bit strong. Could have been the garbage man. He was wearing all white. He looked official, okay? He comes up to me and goes, hey, have you had the ice cream yet? I was like, oh, not yet. He goes, well, it's got turmeric inside, so I think you'll like it. You guys like that, right? And I was furious because it was fucking delicious. I was like, how did he know? All right, guys, you've been very fun. My name's Vik Pandya. Keep it going for the show. Have a good night.
Check him out next week.